Привет, друзья! Yes, it's been a long 4 months since my last video. So this video is basically an update. As you all can first notice, I'm trying a little different format thanks to people on my Telegram channel. But yeah, I'm trying to translate through Yandex. Yeah, it's there. So we're trying it this way. I'd love to get some feedback on how it's going. Yeah, I'm not cooking today. As you can tell, I'm in a new RV resort, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. There's been a lot of questions basically on Roman's Telegram channel, especially since he's trying to make a new comeback video, and we'll get into that in a minute. But why do I live in a trailer? I sold the house supposedly, and I live in a trailer. There's a lot of reasons behind that, and I'm getting to that right now. First, let's talk about, me moving out of California and leaving that house. First of all, I got an offer from a probate company. They would buy basically 2/3 of the probate and then turn around and refurbish the house on their dime, and they would give me a portion of the sales profits. Out of that, they gave me a $50,000 check, which I bought my new car and a trailer. Well, that was number one. It's affordable. I don't have to sit here and try and pack all these things, get a moving truck, move all these things to an apartment or flat. I guess that's what you call it in Europe. And then try and struggle on getting things going. And then, the other reason is there's a big trend in the United States, and it's been happening since COVID. And it's even been happening before COVID. And a lot of people are what they're doing is they're downsizing. I didn't need to downsize my stuff. Well, I downsized a lot of my stuff, but the main thing that I was downsizing on was my living conditions. My parents passed, and so therefore I got this big ass 3-bedroom house, and I didn't like it. It was too big. I mean, you guys have seen the videos of the backyard where people just put junk back there, and it got ridiculous after a while. It was like, I was living in a storage unit. So that was one of the reasons why I bought a travel trailer. A caravan was basically, to downsize my living space, because I don't need that much. And this place is very roomy. This is 31 feet. I don't know how many meters that is, but it's 31 feet. It's decent to tow. I mean, I towed it all the way, from here to Utah and stuff like that. And so, for me, I don't need a huge living room. I do need a bigger kitchen. Storage for certain things in my kitchen has been a nightmare. I'm still working on it. I'm still downsizing on that. So, there's that thing. But basically, it was just space. That was one of the reasons. Another reason is if things get bad where I'm at now, in Reno, Nevada, I can go elsewhere. I don't have to sit here and I don't have to look for a place to rent. I just have to look for a site to to put my trailer on, which has also been kind of a problem here in Reno. And it's not so much finding a full-time spot, it's trying to find a full-time spot that's available, because more people, you know, they're doing this. It's a trend. There's two types of trends. There's what's called tiny house living, where people basically they buy these flatbed trailers and then they put basically a Home Depot shed on top of it. I mean, that's the best way of putting it. And either that or they build them up from scratch. And some of them look very nice, and they're very, you know, they're very useful on space. And that's like, you know, it's a very big trend here. A lot of the hipsters seem to want to do that now. And then you got the other people that do this full-time RVing. They're retired. I'm semi-retired, obviously. I still haven't got my pension from the Army. Please don't ask! It's been a big pain in the ass, and yeah, I'll talk about this in a second. Please don't ask about my retirement. It's been a nightmare trying to get that going. And that's all I'm going to say. It's been a big pain in my tuchus. I don't know how well tuchus translates on Yandex. So I mean, that's one thing. And then the other thing. What just happened? We're having technical difficulties. Please stand by. Okay, so I guess apparently the camera was overheating. So I did a few things, let it cool down, tried to pull out my shade. I don't know if y'all can see back there, it's actually starting to snow. I'm excited. No, I'm not. So we were talking about, you know, my trailer. One of the other great things about, you know, living in a camper, for me anyway, is it's easy to clean. And I think that's kind of an important thing for me, especially since, you know, ever since my parents, well, actually ever since my dad died, my mom kind of let the house go. And so therefore I was doing much more maintenance on my house than was necessary. And when my mom passed, that's when, you know, I was trying to maintain the payments on the house, because she went and she took a second mortgage when she didn't need to, but she did, and that was like mistake number one for me still staying in California. But yeah, I had people move in, and you've seen the slobs video. I mean, it's, you know, and I moved out one set of slobs for, you know, another set of slobs, and it was just, it got annoying. And you know, I kicked that bitch to the curb. Basically, I had two other people move into the house, and they weren't much better as far as cleanliness or anything like that. And so it got to be a nightmare. Here, you know, most of the time I'll take my day off. I'll clean my place up. It takes, you know, about an hour. The hardest thing for me, and still will be forever and a day, is going to be doing my dishes, because whenever I cook, whenever I cook, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, even with one pot meals, it's like, it's silly. Is the snow coming down anymore? No. Oh well. It looks like it from the camera angle. So that was, you know, mistake number one as far as I was concerned. My mom getting a second mortgage while I had a very decent paying job as far as, you know, being in the military. You know, I could have handled more expenses. But, you know, that's the other beauty of living in this camper. It's paid for. It is paid for, lock, stock, and barrel. The only thing that I'm going to have to do in a couple of weeks is I'm going to have to get it registered in Nevada. I'm going to have to get it insured in Nevada, which is fine. Okay, it's still a hell of a lot cheaper than, you know, a $2,000 mortgage that for some reason after the probate was done and the house was, you know, in my name, it shot up to like $6,000 a month. But, you know, that's because of California. And, you know, that's the other reason. This is easy to move. So if, say things get sour here where I'm at in northern Nevada, which, you know, could happen, I can go to New Mexico. I can go to Colorado. I can go to Texas. I can go to Panama if I wanted to. And I mean, that's, you know, that's just a great thing. A lot of people have this misconception of people living in a camper, in a caravan, as being gypsies or homeless or something like that. I'm not homeless. This is my home, okay? I'm propertyless, which is fine. I don't have to pay property tax. But again, as far as I'm concerned, this is my home. It's paid off. I can go where I want to. I can go when I want to. And for a single guy like me, it's easy to maintain. It's easy to clean. If I do get a girlfriend, and you know, I've got a female interest, and she's in Florida right now. We've been talking a little bit back and forth. You know, even if she moves in, it's fine. And now my battery is going dead. I'll be right back. Okay, technical difficulty number 2 cleared. It's been taking me all morning to set up, and that is a disadvantage to, you know, living in an RV is setting up the cameras. You've seen, you know, from the videos, I do very well at trying to, you know, set up positionings for cameras and things like that. But I mean, for the most part, it can be a pain. But yeah, like I said, one of the things that, you know, I like though is, like I said, I like, you know, I can travel. I can go anywhere I want if things go south. And I can pick up and move in about 30 minutes, which is great. But like I said, you know, there are disadvantages. 1, setting up the camera. 2, right now, currently, is internet. Internet can be a problem at some of these RV resorts, and that's mostly because everybody with the newer RVs, which is like 2020 and newer, even 2015 and newer. This is a 2005 trailer, by the way. But you know, all these mega campers and mega motorhomes, everybody's like streaming Netflix like crazy, so it's really difficult for me to get internet. I hopefully next week, I keep saying hopefully next week, but I'm lazy and I'm a cheap bastard. But hopefully soon I'll be able to get, you know, internet where I can just put it right here, satellite internet, Starlink or Verizon or something like that. I have no idea. But yeah, eventually I plan to get internet here to where I can do more things, to where I can stream and I can talk to you all live. Hopefully. So I mean, that's the other thing. And I mean, like I said, for me it's simple. You know, I've got somebody that kind of interested in me. We might wind up dating. We might not. She's someone I know through a mutual friend. And yeah, we've been kind of talking back and forth, and I've been trying to help her out with her problems, which are nothing to talk about on the internet. Nothing to talk about on YouTube. But, you know, she seems like a real cool girl. She's my type, as it stands. And my type's always been like the outcast type. The different type. I mean, you saw the gal that I was interested in the slobs video. You know, she was just a freak in bed. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this is the 21st century. I mean, she was like great in bed. When she moved in, things were good for 3 or 4 months. Shit went downhill. I kind of was being a dumbass. I was trying to do everything in order to make a relationship work when honestly all she wanted was just a place for her and her kid to, you know, like shack up until her actual boyfriend, you know, got his head out of his ass, I guess, so to speak. So yeah, I was being used. And then I know some of you, and I'm going to show a picture here. This gal was she was amazing. Unfortunately, she had some issues with her ex-husband. And through a therapist that she was dealing with, the therapist, I guess, planted the seed in her head that she had to go and move on. So it was like, get away from the ex-husband, get away from all the people that were trying to hit on her, and just get away from everybody. Everything start completely fresh. Sort of like what I did. But she left, you know, everything behind. Everything. I mean, she dropped off the planet, and that really has torn a big hole in my heart, greatly. Which gives me a lot of depression, apparently, that you know, it's being worked on in the VA, but my depression is also caused by, you know, a few medical problems. I have bad anxiety, and I mean bad anxiety. Ever since I got here to Nevada, my anxiety's gone from here to like, it's almost gone. Unfortunately, crippling depression has replaced itself with, wow, it's really snowing out there. But anyways, crippling depression has pretty much replaced the anxiety. It's not at the point of where, you know, I can't function. But yeah. Okay, hey, I don't know if you can all see it back there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Snow is starting to happen. I'm not getting up and adjusting the camera. Okay, you can just see the snow back there. I think this is the best. Hello, function. I just put a new battery in you. Are we having fun yet? There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So, yeah, there's that. The other thing that's kind of helped with my anxiety, and it actually is kind of helping with my depression, is my new job. I'm a tow truck driver now. You know, as you can see, I work for a great towing company. And one of the things that I have discovered as far as, you know, working with this towing company is another thing that's caused my anxiety and my depression that I've talked to my shrink, and now I'm talking to you about, is a lot of my ideas and a lot of the ways I want things to work usually get tossed by the wayside. Oh no, this isn't going to work. This is the way it works. This is the way you have to do it. In the towing field, especially in the recovery field, which is something I'm pretty knowledgeable on, it's let's try this. If it works, great. If it doesn't, okay, we'll go on to another plan. That seems to be a problem with the majority of society, is you're doing one plan, the plan is going to work, the plan is going to succeed. And I am still in the mindset of the 1970s, the 60s, and I guess part of the 80s is, let's try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, okay, we move on to the next thing. Yeah, it's like, let's not sit here and try and rush things. Let's not sit here and try and take, forever to set up the best camera angle. I did that this morning. It took me 3 hours to figure this was better than my couch. Basically because, the beautiful Truckee River back here. And the snow, and I hope it doesn't get windy because I put my awning out so I can, not like freeze to death if I have to get to my car for anything. So, I mean, there's that, my love life is in a shambles, but so is life. I actually love the towing job. I don't like so much, the fact that I'm doing administrative, and I don't like so much the fact that my hours, I work 14 hours. I start at 5 p.m., 1700, and I work till about 7 in the morning. There's not a lot of tows. I don't think there's going to be a lot of tows out tonight. I'm not working tonight, thank goodness. Tomorrow I'm working, and tomorrow I'm working in the snow, and tomorrow I'm going to try and drive over to my job without chains. But I'm within walking distance, so, I can put on my bushlat, walk over to work, not worry about things. Put chains in the tow truck, bring it back here, switch stuff out. So, I mean, yeah, there's that. Now, hopefully I've gotten rid of the misconceptions of living in a caravan. Ideally, it's not for everybody, but for me, for the small space, and the ease of cleaning, the ease of movement, the affordability, it's great for me. I'm paying about $500 a month for this spot, which is unheard of anywhere. I mean, you can't even rent a flat for that. Even here in Nevada, the cheapest one is $800, and I don't have rats. I don't have roaches. I don't have any of that. So I mean, there's just good things about it that I like. There are a couple of drawbacks. Like I said, storage space for food. I'm working on that. The other problem is because of the weather here, heating can be hard. I've got 2 space heaters. I actually need to get a radiator. I think a radiator would help me a little bit more, because after about 4 or 5 days, I'm out of propane. That's the only other disadvantage of living in a camper. And the insulation. There's not a lot of insulation. It's nice and warm in here right now, although every now and then I turn my heaters back on and I get kind of nice and toasty. So those are my life updates, Druzia. Not much more to say. Please give me comments on Yandex. And yeah, I put all the little goofs and everything else in here because, hey, life isn't easy. Oh, we're getting snow now, baby. Oh, smatri. Sneb, I think. Wait. I know this. Wait. Brilliant. Snag. Yeah, snag. Lots of snag. Snag back there. So yeah, друзья, until next time, you know, as always, Яблоко, mineral voda, Dr. Pepria, and did that thing just пока. Друзья, I almost forgot. There's two links down here. One is to my Telegram channel, the Fallout Shelter. Join, let's talk when I can. The other thing is, also on the bottom is a list of things that I would love to get on Amazon if, and I do say if, you can mail me stuff on Amazon. I don't know. And finally, at the bottom, if you don't have Amazon and you still want to mail me some cool stuff, at the bottom is my P.O. box, which means you can send me stuff. Send me stuff, but not a lot of stuff because I don't have a lot of room.